Okay, guys, Mrs. Chalk here. I'm actually going to turn off the video part so that doesn't distract you. And let's get through this as quickly as possible. To transform a shape or a figure, so this is basic transformations. To transform a shape or a figure means to change it. To change it. In general, we can change the size. Let's let that finish. Location and direction of that figure it is facing. The figure before a transformation is called the pre-image. Pre means before. So you have the pre-image or the original. The original. After the transformation, we call that the image. Okay? So it'll either be called the pre-image or the image. Now, if we were to label it, we label it A is the pre-image. And see this like A with that apostrophe? That's pronounced A prime. A prime. Okay? So let's look at these down here. We have here's A, here's the original. Now, what happened to A? Okay? Well, A moved. It just moved over here. So here's your pre-image. Pre-image. Here is your image. See how it's called A prime? Okay. And then this just moved. So it's what we call translation. It just moved. Translation. Another word that we use is we say slide. Slide over here. Slide over here. Slide over here. Anytime you just slide it, that's called a translation. Now, notice this one. This wasn't just a slide because if this was just a slide, the little wink would be right here. See this wink right here? That wink would be right here if it was just a slide. This is a flip, but another word for flip is called a reflection. Reflection. And so the key words are you might hear flip, or you might hear mirror image. And that's what took place there. Now, this one, what do you think is happening here? Can you think about what could have taken place here? It's not a slide because we're not in the same direction. Here's the original picture. See how it doesn't have the little apostrophe? So it's not the C prime. It's the C. It's the image. This is the image. And this is the pre-image, sorry, pre-image. And this is the image. Okay. Over here, this was the image or the pre-image. I keep forgetting pre. And then this is the image. That's going to be important later when we talk about what transformation took place. So what happened here is it rotated. Or another word is we might use turn. It's a rotation. Rotation. Or you could use turn. Okay? And then the last one here, what does it look like took place? I'll give you a second. And basically what happened is we either enlarged or reduced. Okay. In this case, the original, this is the original, this is the pre-image, it got reduced. So if I asked you what happened, you wouldn't say it enlarged because this is the original image. You would have to say it reduced, but that's called a dilation. Dilation. Okay. And then this is the image. Okay. We're not going to worry about doing any of this, so don't worry about that. Let's move on down because we need to talk about congruence and orientation. Congruence refers to whether a preimage and an image have the same size and shape. Size and shape. That's congruent. They have the same size, same shape. It might be rotated, it might be moved, but it has the same size and shape. Orientation of a figure refers to whether the preimage and the image are facing the same direction on the coordinate plane. So these are words you need to know. You need to know congruence and you need to know orientation. And then orientation of the vertices. Now, the vertices is just referring to, do you know what a vertice is? So, like, a vertices is the point, the corner. That, and that, and that. Those right here. Let me make another color. How about if we do those in green? These are the vertices. And so orientation of the vertices refers to the order in which the vertices are labeled. Okay, so let's practice what we just learned. Transformation. Okay, so let me go back to red. What transformation took place? Well, let's see. We went from here to here. So it looks like we reflected. Reflected. Congruence. Yes. They are the same size and the same shape. So yes. Okay. Now let's talk about orientation. Did the figure change? So remember orientation of the figure. That's referring to, let's look at this again. That's referring to whether the images are facing the same direction. Same direction. So if we go back to this, the figure, the orientation of the figure changed. And the orientation, look at the vertices. Here's A. A is not here anymore. A is over here. So the vertices also changed. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Number 2. What did we do? We went from here to here. Here to here. So that's a translation. That's a translation. We just slid it. Translation. Are they congruent? Yes. Did the vertices, okay? Again, look at this. Refers to the order in which the vertices are labeled, clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay? So look over here. We have A, B, C. Do we have A right here? No. See how it changed? They're labeled differently. So the figure is the same. Okay? They're going the exact same direction. D is here, D is here, and the vertices are the same. Okay? Here's another one. Here is, look at NMPO. NMPO, right here. It's smaller, and we got bigger. What transformation do we call that? We call that a dilation. Are they congruent? Are they the same size and shape? No. Okay, now let's look at the figure orientation. The figure orientation. Is it going the same direction? Do we have M here, M here? Yeah, M, N, O, P. Yeah, and they're going the exact same direction. N to O is right here. right? O to P is right here. So this is the same, our same. And the vertices, we're going in the same order. So that's the same. Okay. Next one. What transformation took place here? We rotated. So this is a rotation. Are they congruent? Yes, they're the same size. Now, the figure. Look at the figure orientation. Are the images facing the same direction? Do these images face the same direction? No. So this changed. What about the vertices? Are we in the same order though? Yes, we're in the same order. Okay. Liv and Hassan graphed the transformation shown below. Record which graph meets the given criteria. Represents a reflection. Who has a reflection? That would be Hassan. Now, when the shape looks the exact same, how do you know if it's a reflection or not? Well, this O would have been right here. See? This would have been the O if that was a reflection. Because you could reflect this over to here, but you would have the orientation of the figure would have changed. Okay? For it to be a reflection. Yeah, because it would have reflected. The image in quadrant 1. If you guys remember, this is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. This is quadrant 3. And this is quadrant 4. The image, that means the change, is in quadrant 1. That would be Liv. Preserved congruence has the same congruence. Well, they both have the same congruence. So that would be Hassan and Liv. Okay. Change the orientation of the figure. So which ones change the orientation of the figure? Remember, there were two types of orientation. Orientation of the figure, orientation of the vertices. Okay. The vertices are the same, but the orientation of the figure is different. See how the S is going this way and the S was going this way, but it's still in this order, TRS, TRS. It's just the thing. So the orientation of the figure, that would be Hassan. Change the orientation of the vertices. Who changed the orientation of the vertices? Hassan. Because now we're not going clockwise, SRT, or STR is clockwise, and this is going counterclockwise. And then change the size of the figure. Neither. Okay, there's your notes. Now you get to pick your activity. Thank you.